our children aren't only craving correction, but also desperately wanted us to notice what they are getting right. It's easy to notice the spilled drink, the attitude, the unfinished homework, and the arguing. But what happens when we deliberately start noticing the good too? What positive things did your child do recently that make you proud? I've been thinking about something lately. How often do we notice what our children are doing right? Because let's be honest, it's very easy to notice what they are doing wrong. The shoes are in the middle of the floor. The homework isn't finished. They are arguing with their siblings. They didn't listen the first time. Their room is messy. The list can feel endless. And sometimes parenting can become a constant stream of correction. Don't do that. Stop. Put that away. Listen. Don't talk like that. What do you do that for? Why did you do that? But imagine being a child and hearing correction so often that you begin to think like your mistakes are the main thing your parent notices about you. That's something I don't want to create. And I think that this is where intentional noticing the child becomes important. Not fake praise. Not praising absolutely everything. Just noticing. You help your sister without me asking. I noticed you kept trying even though it was different. It was difficult. Thank you for putting that away. I really appreciated the way you spoke to grandma. Those moments may sound small, but to your child, they can communicate something powerful. Mom sees me. Dad notices me. I'm not only noticed when I do something wrong. And I think there's a big difference between attention and praise. Sometimes our children don't need a big speech. They just need us to notice. And honestly, I think this is difficult when we are busy because we are usually looking for the next problem that needs solving. But what if we start looking for the little things that are going right? What if instead of only saying, "Why are you fighting with your brother?" we sometimes said, "I saw you two playing really nicely earlier." What if we notice the effort instead of only the results? And I'm not saying this means we ignore poor behavior. Of course, we still have boundaries. Of course, we correct inappropriate behaviors. But perhaps correction shouldn't be the only form of attention our children receive. That's something I've been thinking about. Because children will make mistakes. That's part of growing up. But if they regularly experience being noticed for kindness, effort, honesty, patience, and responsibility, perhaps those behaviors become easier to recognize and repeat. I'm curious about other parents. Do you feel like you naturally notice the good? Or do you sometimes find yourself only noticing something when there's a problem? Because I think many of us can relate to that. We are not bad parents. We are just busy parents. And sometimes the behavior that demands our attention gets all of our attention. Maybe the challenge is simply remembering to look for the good too. So tell me honestly, what is one thing your child did recently that you noticed and appreciated? Let's give our children some credit in the comments today.